Today, we're here at Spațiu Creativ, Malta's leading centre for creative arts, theatre and film. Here, I'll meet Jacqueline Backman, NetRefer's Chief Performance Officer, where we'll discuss NetRefer's rebrand and the company's 15-year anniversary. Anyway, Jackie, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I noticed that NetRefer has been going through some important milestones in the last couple of years. You've launched a new website, celebrating 15-year anniversary. I also noted you've tweaked the corporate identity and introduced a new tagline, clear, fair, trusted. Tell me, what does that actually mean?
Okay, I just have to say, number one, I think it was a little more than a tweak. If you really must know, from the inside out, it was really time for us to identify with our future, who we are and where we want to go. And the tagline actually is more of a representation of our core values. And looking at what we've accomplished in the past, providing clear interactions internally and externally, inside out, always practicing fairness. And of course, in so doing that, being able to be recognized within the industry as probably the most, if not one of the most trusted suppliers of performance marketing software. So as we look at our future, we say, okay, what's really important to us as an organization that we take with us, and that's part of what we're taking with us. So we've defined ourselves again, redefined ourselves, and taken those values, clear, fair, and trusted. So when you see those, it's like a seal. We don't say that unless we can put our, like you get the quality control bit on your clothing and stuff, and you go quality control by, that is our seal, our badge of quality.
That's interesting, yeah. I mean, not many companies can really claim to be operating for 15 years, such a long time. And I noticed that the celebratory corporate video had a couple of, it's very optimistic and a forward-looking tone, and a couple of interesting messages, question things,
Yes.
challenge the industry, shake the foundations, these sort of very big statements. Talk a bit about that, like what does that mean for the on-the-ground operations in the years to come?
You know what? The really short version of this is simple. I don't know that we want to revolutionize the world or anything like that, but it's really simple. Truthfully, we got to look at what we can do better and what we need to do to be the best that we can as an organization. And organizations are made up of people, of human beings, and how we can support the talent that comes in by ensuring their success, our internal talent, our team, as we like to call it. Some of them call it a family. But our team, if we can ensure their success and we can set them up for success, then they will set this business up by success just as a side effect, as a consequence of that. And if the company is being successful, that means that we are being able to help our clients be successful, because the bottom line is, if they're successful, we're successful. If they're not successful, we're not successful. So that's really, just do better. Just doing better.
So doing what you've been doing, but
way better.
Right.
Way better.
Got it.
If I do say so myself. We need about 12 hours to get into the details of that, but way better, way better.
That's a good summary. But I also noticed that the final frames of that video had these two very, very powerful messages: see things clearly, do things differently. Can you talk a little bit about what that actually means in tangible terms?
Those two sentences have become basically our modus operandi. They started, the origins were when I started this journey with Raphael Arnold, our group CEO and visionary, and he knew what he wanted to do, and it was going to be different, it was going to be better. And in order for us to do better and get to the next milestone, anybody when it comes to performance and organizations or individuals, you have to be able to have a very honest, real look at what's actually happening. So he and I, with our team, of course, were pushing through to see things clearly. What is actually going on? How is this actually working? What are really the benefits? What are the pain points? What are the difficulties? What are the challenges? And then, of course, by doing that, then we're able to do things differently. Because if you try to apply, there's an expression that says, if you want to do something, no, if you want something to change, you have to change something, or something like that. There's some kind of expression. And the bottom line is this: if you're doing things clearly and seeing them clearly, the likelihood that you're going to take the same approach to execution is probably going to be slim to none. From that, it's just become how we do things and actually how we approach new things in the future. Something comes our way, we want to see it clearly, we want to understand it, and then we apply new methodologies or old methodology, whatever is going to work, to getting ourselves there. We see things clearly, and then we do things differently.
Right, so it sounds like it's been a period of introspection, understanding the processes at a fundamental level so that you can evolve them for the next period of the company's life.
Exactly, exactly. And even for the future, and even from an external perspective, we don't necessarily have to conform to what the world is doing or what everybody else is doing. We are just going to do what we truly believe in our heart, and based on all of the observational data and evidence, is the best thing to do for the organization and for our clients and for our team. And so if it's meaning doing something differently that doesn't necessarily conform, we're okay with that.
Right.
We're okay with that. We'll take that chance. We're good.
That makes sense.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Stay connected to experience Jackie's history and role at NetRefer and the company's future vision.